fancy stitch combo, I'm going to show you how to work a stitch I'm calling the dropped stitch scrunch. And it was better on paper than it was before I started saying it. This stitch is so pretty and it ticks all the boxes for things that I like in a stitch. It's fun to work, it doesn't curl, and both sides of the fabric are really nice. So this is actually a stitch that you could use in a scarf because of the not curling and the both sides looking good. Because it is ultimately a rib stitch, you can also use it on the cuffs of things or a brim of a hat or a whole hat. This stitch is pretty versatile and very unique. Let's go ahead and take a look. Here is the finished stitch in bulky yarn on size 10.5 US needles. You see what we've got here. These lines of knit stitches running up this way and then all of this scrunch happening around it. It's very pretty and it's flat. And the back side of the work, I don't know how well you can see this. It is a lot of bumps and it was even more pronounced before I blocked it. It was making me laugh, they're so pronounced. Here is before blocking. You can see how big these bumps are in the back. I think it would make a great scarf like that. Well, now after I looked at this, I thought, well, I'm going to knit this in a much finer yarn and there's no way these bumps are going to last through that, but they did. Here it is in a worsted weight yarn, and this is even a really smooth yarn. This is a mohair and silk yarn. There's something else in it. I know it's mohair and silk. So a really smooth yarn, and the stitch definition is very pretty in this yarn. And the back is still very bumpy. I like it. I think it looks great. And it's very fun to work. It's a unique stitch. So we're going to drop stitches and then scrunch them back up, just like I said. Okay, so I'm ready to work a wrong side row here. This is a multiple of 3 stitches plus 2, so you can make it any width, a multiple of 3 stitches, then add 2 more. All of the wrong side rows are knit 2, purl 1. So I am going to get myself ready to work the right side row now. So I'm knitting 2, pulling the yarn forward to purl 1, pulling the yarn back to knit 2. And rows 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all just this 2x1 rib. Row 6 is the row where stuff happens, and that's what I'm set up to do right now. So I'll start by purling 2. And now, don't freak out. We're going to do something a little bit scary. I'm going to shove this stitch off the needle and let it unravel for 4 rows. Okay, so I have 4 ladder rungs above that stitch, and I have the live stitch right here. I put my needle into that stitch, and then going behind all of those 4 rungs, I'm going to wrap the needle and knit that stitch. That's where the scrunch comes in. I'll do this again. I purled 2, drop that stitch off, unravel it for 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, put my needle in that stitch, and then with my needle behind all of those rungs, wrap the needle and pull it through. And then purl 2. Drop that stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, knit that stitch, scrunch all those ladders together. And you can see it here in the work. There's a scrunch and there's the one I just made, but it does start to look more even and better after you've worked a couple of rows of the ribbing after it. I can't wait to see some scarves things out of this stitch. I think it's very fun. I didn't mention, but the instructions for working this are in the video description below as well as on my website. I'll also give you instructions for working this stitch in the round. Good luck.